The shadow in relationships, a mirror for growth. Relationships are fertile ground for shadow work. Conflicts, attractions, and patterns often reflect unresolved aspects of your inner world. For example, if you feel suffocated in a relationship, consider whether you've neglected your need for independence. If you're drawn to someone's confidence, ask yourself whether you've suppressed your own self-assurance. By approaching relationships as mirrors, you can transform them into opportunities for mutual growth and healing. Spirituality and the shadow, the dark night of the soul. Many spiritual traditions acknowledge the shadow as a gateway to enlightenment. The dark night of the soul, a term coined by Saint John of the Cross, describes a period of profound inner struggle and transformation. In Buddhist philosophy, the practice of mindfulness encourages embracing all aspects of the self without judgment. Similarly, Jung believed that integrating the shadow was essential for achieving individuation, a state of inner unity and wholeness. The shadow's gift, creativity and purpose. The shadow is not just a container for suppressed traits, it is a wellspring of creativity and innovation. Many great artists, leaders, and thinkers have drawn upon their shadows to fuel their work. Vincent van Gogh channeled his emotional turmoil into paintings that continue to inspire. Maya Angelou transformed her pain into poetry that speaks to the resilience of the human spirit. Entrepreneurs like Elon Musk embrace their inner doubts and fears, using them to drive bold innovation. What hidden gifts might your shadow hold? What passions and talents have you buried, waiting to be rediscovered? From shadow to light, transforming yourself and the world. The work of integrating the shadow is not just personal, it is profoundly collective. When you confront your own darkness, you develop greater compassion for others. You begin to see the shared humanity in every struggle, breaking down walls of judgment and separation. Imagine a world where shadow work was embraced on a global scale. Prejudices would dissolve, conflicts would be approached with understanding, and humanity would move closer to unity. Conclusion: embrace your wholeness. The shadow is not something to fear, but to embrace. It holds the keys to your authenticity, creativity, and purpose. By facing it, you can unlock a deeper understanding of yourself and step into the fullness of your being. So, ask yourself, what parts of myself am I ready to reclaim? How can I use the wisdom of the shadow to create a more meaningful life? This is your journey, a path not of perfection, but of wholeness. Embrace it fully, and you will discover the extraordinary power that lies within. What is the shadow? Beyond the surface of the self, Jung defined the shadow as the unconscious aspects of the psyche, those traits, emotions, and desires that we repress because they conflict with the image we wish to project to the world. Yet paradoxically, the shadow is not inherently negative. It is simply the other within us, containing both darkness and light. Imagine an iceberg floating in the ocean. Above the surface lies the conscious self, the part of you that interacts with the world. Beneath lies the shadow, vast, hidden, and often more powerful than we realize. This submerged part of you holds your deepest fears, but also your greatest strengths. The shadow forms throughout life, shaped by experiences, societal expectations, and personal judgments. As children, we are whole, expressing our emotions and desires freely. But as we grow, we learn that certain traits, like anger, vulnerability, or ambition, are unacceptable. We push these aspects of ourselves into the shadows, creating a divide within. The role of culture and society in shaping the shadow. Cultural norms play a significant role in shaping what becomes shadow material. In a society that prizes independence, vulnerability may be suppressed. In a culture that values conformity, individuality may be hidden away. These cultural shadows often influence collective behavior, leading to societal issues like prejudice, inequality, and conflict. For instance, the collective shadow of the 20th century manifested in destructive ideologies and wars. Jung warned of the dangers of ignoring the shadow, both individually and collectively, emphasizing the need for greater self-awareness to prevent history from repeating itself. The shadow in myth and literature. Archetypal lessons. Throughout history, myths and stories have depicted the shadow as a central element of the hero's journey. In Greek mythology, Persephone's descent into the underworld represents the necessity of exploring the shadow to reclaim lost power. Similarly, in modern stories like Harry Potter, the protagonist's confrontation with Voldemort mirrors the battle within, the struggle to integrate light and darkness. These narratives remind us that the shadow is not an enemy to be defeated, but a force to be understood. The hero's journey is our journey, an eternal dance between fear and courage, destruction and creation. Projection. The shadow's reflection in the world. One of the shadow's most insidious mechanisms is projection. When we suppress parts of ourselves, we often see them magnified in others. This process can manifest in both negative and positive ways. Negative projection. Suppose you feel anger towards someone who is overly assertive. This reaction might indicate your discomfort with your own suppressed assertiveness. Positive projection. Admiration for someone's creativity may reveal your untapped artistic potential. Recognizing projection is a transformative practice. Instead of blaming others or idolizing them, you can use these reactions as mirrors, guiding you towards self-awareness. In shadow work, the path to integration. The process of engaging with the shadow is called shadow work. It is a journey of self-discovery, healing, and empowerment, requiring courage, patience, and honesty. Step 1. Self-observation and awareness. Begin by observing your reactions and behaviors. Notice when you feel strong emotions like anger, jealousy, or fear. Ask yourself, what am I feeling and why? What part of myself might I be suppressing? Step 2. Journaling and reflection. Writing can be a powerful tool for uncovering the shadow. Reflect on questions like, what qualities do I dislike in others, and why? What childhood experiences taught me to suppress certain traits? What are my deepest fears and desires? Step 3. Dialogue with the shadow. Engage in a mental or written dialogue with your shadow. Imagine it as a separate entity and ask, what do you want to show me? What do you need from me to feel seen and heard? This practice can reveal surprising insights, transforming fear into understanding. Step 4. Creative expression. Art, music, and movement allow you to explore your shadow in nonverbal ways. Paint your emotions, write a story about your inner conflicts, or dance through your fears. Creativity bypasses the rational mind, helping you access deeper truths. The shadow within, embracing the unseen to unlock true self-discovery. Hidden within each of us is a vast, uncharted realm, a place teeming with potential, creativity, and power, yet shrouded in mystery and fear. Carl Jung, one of the most influential thinkers of modern psychology, called this realm the shadow. It is a paradoxical concept, both the parts of ourselves we strive to hide and the key to becoming our most authentic selves. In a world obsessed with perfection and external success, the shadow reminds us of the beauty in imperfection and the wisdom in looking inward. It whispers truths we often refuse to hear, truths that can free us if we are brave enough to listen.
Thank you. Bye.